Hi boys and girls, today in our class we will be talking about reading skills. So what are the skills we need to develop to make a better reading? Okay. Um, so of course, before watching the class, subscribe to the channel, give your like and leave your comment. First of all, we're gonna do a recap from the second grade subject, reading strategies. So I'll just remember you that previewing is a strategy to help you to give an idea. Skimming, you go over large chunks of text. Scanning, you go through specific pieces of it. And intensive reading, when you read looking for the details. Here in the picture we have the musician Bob Dylan reading one newspaper, and then I ask you, what kind of strategy do you think he's using reading this paper? As a way to discuss the development of the reading skills, we will talk about computers with a text from English test. And here in the image we have the cover of Kraftwerk's Computer World. Is a record release in the beginning of the 80s. And here we have this piece of text. Computers are machines that perform tasks or calculations according to a set of instructions. So this is the definition of computer. Then in another part of the text we have this information. Tiny rectangular chip, central processing unit, CPU. It's the brain of the computer. So now we are talking about internal part, an internal hardware part of a computer. And in the image you have a frame of the movie Tron. And this movie is about software interacting with people go inside software. It's a very evocative movie, and they work, in my opinion, very well with the concept and the images and the connection to technology. Of course, we can also talk about the non-touchable elements of computers. And here we have this text. They say, two well-known operating systems are Windows and Macintosh operating system. So an operating system is a software that makes the computer works. To do an analogy, we could say that the hardware is the body and the software is the soul of a computer. And here we have an image of an old computer. Nowadays people has computers in their hands, but before, some computers, they took entire rooms, entire buildings, because technology was not so advanced as it is nowadays. Now you have the image of a hip-hop group named The Far Side, and they made a song called Drop, and it's a very interesting song because they had to sing backwards, they had to write it backwards to sing upwards. It's a very tricky strategy they use to make the video. as you can see. And it's also interesting because the group worked with linguistic experts to recite the entire song backwards. So they wrote the song upwards, then they have to learn it backwards to present it again. So it's a very clever, interesting way of challenge the reading. So you get the text and you make some, you play with it. You know? So I think this is a very interesting way to develop your reading skills. Oh, hello people. Sorry. How are you doing? I was reading here the Gospel of Hip Hop by KRS-One. It's a wonderful book, not just for those ones who wants to know about hip hop and rap music, but life in general. I'm sure I'm gonna have to read again because there's a lot of information and I want to take some notes too. And I ask you, what kind of techniques, strategies do you use to develop your reading skills, right? And that's it for today because now I have to finish my reading, okay? See you around and read a lot.